I was born in the cave, though I didn't know it. In truth, no one around me did. Everyone laughed, talked, loved, and hated under the pale light of dancing shadows on the walls. No one questioned where those silhouettes came from. They just existed, cast by some invisible source, yet accepted as truth. I learned early on that this was the world. The shadows had names, value, morality, that some were worth more than others, that we should chase the brighter ones, flee the darker, that the purpose of life was ... to watch. Routine was a comfortable chain. Food came, conversations flowed, time passed. The comfort of familiarity is the most dangerous kind of prison, the one that needs no bars. There were unspoken rules, assigned roles. There was us, and there was them. And anything outside that theater was ignored with the calm arrogance of those who VI never dared to look behind them. But something inside me began to ache. It was a nameless pain, like an itch on the soul, subtle discomfort that grew each time the same story was told, each time a shadow danced the same dance and was treated like it was new. An emptiness in the words, a crack in the certainties. I started looking around not at the shadows but at the wall itself. And then ... behind me. I saw the entrance. Narrow, distant, dusty. A crack through which uncertain light spilled. The first time I looked straight at it, it hurt. It hurt like staring into the sun after a lifetime in darkness. I was afraid. Whoa, deeply afraid. Not of what was outside, but of what I'd have to leave behind in order to see. All the familiar faces, the speeches, the truths. The fear of being alone, of being called insane, being rejected by the comfort of the group. But something was stronger than fear. Doubt, what if there was something more? No one liked that question. They disguised their discomfort with laughter, brushed it off with sarcasm, told me to stop, to not overthink, that I was going too far. The light was dangerous. There were rules, and breaking them would make you fall. But inside me something had already fallen. A piece of the old world had cracked, and there was no way to glue it back together. The first time I stepped outside the cave, I nearly lost my mind. The light burned my eyes. Everything was confusing, bright, and tense. Real things didn't move like shadows. They had depth, texture, unpredictability. The world outside the cave wasn't simpler. It was more chaotic, but also more alive. For the first time, I felt real wind. For the first time, I heard silence. Not the silence of ignorance, but of presence. Psst. Of now, I cried. I don't know how long I stayed out there. Days blurred together. I had no calendar anymore, no precise language to name what I was seeing. Reality was too vast to fit into the words I had been taught. I felt naked, but free. For the first time, I was mine, without molds, without mirrors, without shadows. Just me with all my fears, with all my raw truths. But something pulled me back. The memory of those who stayed. Maybe longing, or the naive hope that they too would want to see what I had seen. I returned to the cave, tried to tell them. I spoke of the light, the sky, the colors. I spoke of the wind, of freedom, of silence. But I saw that my voice twisted against the walls. My words sounded like madness. Some laughed, others backed away. They said I'd been fooled, that I was seduced by the shine of nothing, that I was dangerous to listen to. I understood Plato. I understood the weight of seeing. It's the burden of knowing. Because once you've seen, you can't unsee. And worse, you can't force anyone to see with you. Awakening is a solitary birth, and it bleeds. That's when I realized. The cave never disappears. It just changes shape. It can be outside now, lurking in every temptation to return to comfort. It can be inside in the beliefs I still carry, in the lies I still whisper to myself. The cave is not a place. It's a state of mind, a way of being, and we all have our own. Sometimes it disguises itself as routine, other times as a relationship. Sometimes it hides in the expectations of others, in promises we accept without question, patterns we imitate without understanding, certainties we never dared to examine. And the most dangerous thing of all is to believe you've already left it, because awakening is daily. It's not a single event. It's a constant choice. Every morning I wake up with the possibility of returning, sitting back down in front of the shadows and pretending they're real, putting on old masks because they're easier, silencing the voice that pushes me outward. But I breathe. I remember. I remember that outside there is pain, yes, but there is truth. That freedom is not comfortable. It's heavy, but it's mine. That being awake is an act of quiet courage. That the light may blind, but it also warms. And if I can, if only for a moment, spark even a flicker of light in someone else's darkness, it was all worth it. Because it's not about leaving the cave forever. It's about knowing it exists, to never again letting yourself be chained by it without noticing. Maybe that's what they call consciousness.